ภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะHomage to the Triple Gem, the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha. I'm a bit excited to give a talk today. It's my first time, so bear with me if something went wrong and something happened, then it would be miraculous. Because this whole teaching or this story is about the miracles. Okay? Well, I don't know where to start now. Actually, this way of teaching Vessantara Jataka story, it should be rap. You know, it should be talking Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa, like that. You know, but it should be in Thai, and if I translate or if I copy the rhythm into English, then it would be very hard because my English is not a native. Okay? So that's why if I sing or if I teach in a rap melodies, it would be a bit weird too. So anyhow, so today we are here to celebrate 4th anniversary of the temple. And especially this was started from last year, and last year we had quite a number of people join today. But unfortunately, due to the few situation, we had a number of people turn up and manage really good. Okay? So the Vessantara Jataka is one of the 547 stories. So Buddha retold his past lives. Among the 547 stories, this Vessantara Jataka was the last one before he became the Buddha. You may see the pictures around, those pictures depicted from the story. Okay? And in that story, especially in Southeast Asia, it's very famous and pretty often organized in a very large scale, in particular to this month, and in Thailand, particularly in March. During that time, there are a few quite skilled monks. They can sing, like a singing all the teachings. We call lab. Okay? There are two ways of teaching this Vessantara Jataka. One is called royal version, and the second is called the public version. In the royal version, it should be the correct as it is in the scripture. But in a public version, you can add any versions. You can add any melodies, any other stories. No? So that's why in a public version, people would like to join, because you can enjoy with it. You know, sometimes you may heard the gong without any gongs from the mouth, and sometimes you can hear the melodies, or sometimes you may hear a very long voice. And in particular to one I like, and since I was in Thailand, I very much like that episode, was called the Chuchaka. Okay? It's about the begging. And that Chuchok is one of the, you may see in that picture, he went to beg food. And while he went to beg food, he used to beat the gong. With the monks, those were skilled one who comes to this stage and give a talk. And they used to make a sound as well. Boom, 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 like that. You know? And I thought, wow, that's interesting. You know? And in the same time, other monks, very skilled one, they used to sing. Not singing, but in a poetic way, speak or teach. Like, that's what I call rap teaching. Anybody good in a rap music? So if you are good in a rap music, you can do. But you have to become a monk, unfortunately. Okay? Anyhow, so the Vessantara Jataka, it has 13 episodes. Start from the birth of the Vessantara himself, his mother. In the first episode, it's about the affirmation or the dedication or the making wish. So in that version, in that first episode, it's concerned about whatever you have done good, no matter where you are. If you have done anything good, make a full, firm affirmation of yourself that I want to be, I need to be, or I want to be like that. And in this section, people would like to be a donor or want to be a sponsor of it, because once you have offered in here, in this episode, your wishes will be fulfilled. Okay? So that's why while you are listening, you may concentrate yourself and make a wish that what you want to be. In particular to this episode, the mother of Vessantara, she made 10 wishes. On top of that, among the 10 wishes, ladies will like it because I never will get old. Okay? My hairs will be black all the time. Although I am pregnant, my belly won't be bigger. Okay? No matter where I go, I am still young. So anybody would like to be young? Okay, make a wish. Okay? So this is the first episode. That's why it's believed that people would love to be a sponsor for that. And in the same time, the second episode is about the exile. Okay? Sometimes in our life, we have to face so many difficulties. Sometimes that difficulties may not be from ourselves, but sometimes it's from us, and sometimes not. Sometimes we have done good, but the result is bad. And we said, why me? Okay? Why me? Sometimes we are doing so good, all the time good, but the result turned to bad. Once the result turned to bad, then we blame ourselves. I shouldn't have done that one. Wish I didn't do that. Okay? So those things. And the same happened with the Vessantara. After he born, he was so generous. He always wanted to offer, he always wanted to give, always wanted to help others without any hesitation, no matter who, no matter where. He's always willing to help, always willing to offer. So in that case, while he was born, he had one wonderful elephant, white elephant. And everybody believes that this elephant was the auspicious. No matter where this elephant goes, there will be rain. And there will be prosperous. Okay? So it happened that one of the naval country, there didn't rain. So there were lack of water. Okay? And so because of that, they heard that in Vessantara, in this prince, he has got this elephant. If we got this elephant, then we may prosper once again. So they send Brahmins or the representatives to ask the elephant. So having heard that problem, Vessantara, without thinking anything, just wanted to help. He just offered that elephant. And out of that compassion, kindness that he offered to them, people were not happy. People were not happy. Everyone was happy because they have got that auspicious elephant and their country was prosperous. But if you have given that elephant, then country won't be prosperous. So that's why they were very angry and they asked Vessantara for the exile. Okay? So although he had done a very good job helping others, but because of the others' pressure, he has to set off for the exile. And before he went to exile, he asked for one day that let me do my last offering to the people. So he did the last offering. So in this second episode, if we look at it closely, we can see that the king, his father, and the Vessantara prince himself they were not only helping their people, not only helping their parents, not only helping their families, but they, especially Vessantara, he magnitude his mind and help to the others. But due to our ego or due to our attachment to the things of possessionness, we are unable to give up. Same with us, we are unable to give us. So the people also unable to give up. They give that elephant away. And then the Vessantara, he had to go for exile. And while he was on exile, he went to see his wife. Okay? He went to see his wife Matsi. And if
story.
you in that position, what will happen? That your husband is in exile, going to be in exile, and your husband come to ask you, dear love, dear honey, I am on a way to exile. You don't have to come with me. You can stay in the palace, or if you want to marry somebody else, you can marry too. What your action would be? We will say, yeah, hooray, thank you. Go away, I'm free from this now. Thank you very much. Yeah? This is the world today.
You know what a story.
But unfortunately, Matsi, she said, I marry with you. Okay? No matter how hard it would be, I will be with you. I was with you while we were happy, and I will be with you while we are not happy too. So I will go with you. Despite of saying that, the Vessantara again begging her, or telling her that going to be in exile, it's very hard, in particular to living in a forest. We never know how many kinds of wild animals and there will be. Maybe elephants, maybe lions, tigers. But yet, the Matsi, she said, no, I will go with you. And on top of that, she explained further that living with you will be such a wonderful. I will be happy. I will be assisting with you no matter where you will be. I will go with you. See how good love it is. And you can measure yourself that how much you love yourself and your husband. Okay? And in the same time, how much your husband and how much you love your wife, that you are free to say, you are free to say her that you can go and marry, don't come with me. Okay? So this is another episode that we should think about it. And the third episode is about the offering on the day before he goes to the exile. In that day, he did whatever he can offer. And after that episode, he went on to the Himalaya, or the forest. And in that episode, it's explained about the beauty of the forest, about the trees, about the animals, about the flowers, about the fruits in the forest. And the beauty of this is also tells us about the forest and the nature, that how close we should be with the nature. Okay? And followed by the fifth episode. The episode, I like it, which I already told you, it has a melodies in the drums, boom, 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 boom. And while he's eating these dorms, he used to ask everybody, come and give me. I am here. Please give me. I don't have anything to eat. Please give me. And then again, boom, 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 boom. Okay? So this is the fifth one. And not only that, he was a very, very lucky one. Very lucky one. No matter where he goes for asking, begging, he got a lot. He got a lot. So people would like to be Zuzo. Now his name is Zuzo. An episode called also Zuzo. And if I, in that position, would be very happy just in that moment, because no matter where you go, you will get that. Okay? Everywhere you get that. But unfortunately, while he was on the begging, he got 1,000 pounds. Okay? He got 1,000 pounds and he gave one of the close friends to look after before he goes on to finding other and then come back to repair his house. So unfortunately, on way back to his friend, because of his friend's poor condition, he used all that 1,000 pounds. And what you will think about, I just gave you to keep my money. I didn't tell you to spend all that money. I want that money back. Okay? So please give it me. But unfortunately, they already become very poor, so they can't give back 1,000 pounds. So that's why the family, gave a beautiful girl as a wife for him. So you can see here, this picture, okay? How lucky he was, wasn't he? Having a beautiful, wonderful girl as a wife. And not only that, not only she was a beautiful, she was a bride, she took care of him very well. She was look after him, she took care of, she looked after him, she take care of him, cleaning the house, everything. And because of that, people jealous, people unhappy, because other husbands were gossiping that she does everything. She look after him. She cooks for him. She washes his clothes. She goes, see everything. He doesn't have to do anything. But you, oh gosh, wish I didn't marry with you. So because of that, they were having a trouble in the families in that village. And then, while she goes for the water, goes to collect the water, the girls, women, those other families were trying to abuse her. That because of you, my husband is beating me. Because of you, my husband is arguing with me. You shouldn't come this way. You shouldn't come here. Go away. Like that. No? So day after day, she couldn't bear that the abusing from the other women. And then she went to see her husband, very old. Now on, I will not work for you. Now on, I will not go to collect the water. I will not go away from the house because everyone is abusing me. If you want me to stay with you, go and find the slave for me. Otherwise, I will not stay with you. Oh my dear. Okay? Maybe you may have to face this situation nowadays as well. If you don't go and get this to me, I will not stay. I will go back to Thailand. Yeah? So please, do it for me. Otherwise, I will not stay. Like that. So, because of that, this little poor old man has to go and beg for the go and find the slaves. But fortunately, she knows where to find the boys. So she instructs her husband that, okay, Vessantara is living in the forest. If you go and ask 2 children from him, he may offer to you. So having thought that, Ah, that's a good idea. Okay, then you stay at home. I will go and find out. I will bring a slave for you. So he set off to find out the new slave. So on the way, the Zuzok, his story is very, very good in terms of we look at ourselves in this present life. If you look at in the terms of that, if we want, we try many different ways to find out, many different ways to get that things that we want. Same with him. He did so many ways. He even lied to different people, even the auspicious people, and telling that I am sent by the king or the father of the Vessantara to find out those granddaughters to bring back home. No? Although he wasn't. Okay? So same with us. If we want to have something, then we are lying too. Because of that, I want that. Because of that, he sent me, or I will get it. Like the insurance companies. Okay? So be aware of insurance company. So same with the Chuso. Yeah, okay? And second, goes on with the Chulopons 6, 7, and 8. And I would like to explain further a bit about 8. In that, the concern about offering or giving away these two children. You may see that with the horizon, the sun, that picture. In that day, the Sujata, one who is going to ask for the two children, he went to see the Vessantara. And having seen that old man, Vessantara was very happy that, okay, now on, I can do something, I can offer something to somebody. Then he, the Sujo, he approached to the Vessantara and asked for two children. Having heard that their father is going to offer these two children, they went and hid under the pond. Under the pond. Under the pond. And his father, Vessantara, went and asked, would you please come out from the pond? If you think that your father's wish or your father's long word will be fulfilling, you can help me. We can see in this modern time, children goes away, fathers or mothers live in one place. Once they get old, they're left alone. And if you ask something from help, asking help from them, you won't get help. And here, in Vessantara Jataka story, when the Vessantara asked for help, they came out from the pond and went happily with that cruel, poor, old man. And you can see in that picture how cruelly he was beating two children. Okay? How cruelly. But after Vessantara offered two children to that cruel old man, he hit because they don't want to go with him. He hit both of them. That hitting wasn't hurt those two children, but that hurt Vessantara. You may have seen, if somebody hits your children, who hurts more? You hurts more than the children. Okay? Same with him, same with them. When he hits two children, that hurts to the Vessantara himself. But out of compassion, out of his strong dedication to help all the people, he remained calm and peace. And further, although he gave up, although he offered these two children, he made a condition that if somebody provides 1,000 pounds, then they can be released. So out of greed, that Sujapa, the one who got the two children, went to see the king, with their grandfather and mom. So while he was in a palace, he was looked after very well. But out of not restraining, not content with eating, he ate, and at the end he blew his stomach and died at the end. But in the same time, the two children didn't have to go back and stay as a slave Instead, they went to palace and stay in the palace. And at the end, those two children invited, asked their grandparents to invite back their father and mom from the forest. So this is the happy ending, although it has a long 13 episodes and long poetic discourses, but it's a very sad at the beginning, very enjoyable at the beginning, middle very sad, and at the end is happy ending. And in the same time, in this story, there are a few things that it has a very significant remark in terms of social, political, and individual and spiritual development. In terms of the social development and the political development, Vessantara and his father was very democratic. They listen to the public before they react, and they are happy to give away for the sake of other people and for the sake of all the beings. And in terms of the individual development, individual and spiritual development, if we know ourselves that know how to give up, how to give away things, not only the material things, even little help to the other people may help to generate more and more compassion and a harmonious society. And further to that, if we are practicing generosity, that will be the foundation for our life, and it will be foundation to help further down to virtues, which is called the sila. And we will be able to practice sila properly, and that will lead to the purification of our mind, and finally it will be our end of the suffering. So I think, although it is very short and a brief introduction or the Vessantara Jataka story, I hope that you all get few knowledge and few knowledge of what is the Vessantara Jataka story and what is the significance of it. And on the top of that, if we practice it, we can be free from suffering as well. So, having said this, I would like to conclude all what I have said in the 2-3 points that 1, we should know how to give away. 2, we should know how to let away. And 3, we should know how to purify ourselves. With the power of Triple Gem and all the merits that you have accumulated today come together, and may you be blessed with a peaceful, happiness, wealthy, healthy, and certainly achieve enlightenment at the end. Thank you very much.
Sadhu.